Hey everybody, it's me, and I'm on a ship. Do I want to be on a ship? But I'm here. Oh, my stomach does not feel great right now. Uh, um, what's going on? Road dog here. Road work. Road. I'm not on the road, I'm in the water. Does that count? Yeah, I'm in the water now. Um, I'm off the road. I mean, this is the road. Technically, this is the road. The water is the road, okay? And I'm here on the water road. I'm here for 20 days. 20 days I'm gonna be in a boat. It is like blowing my mind that I even signed up for this, but I was like, I gotta pay some bills. Mostly, this is what this trip is paying for. So I decided to bring my entire family. I burped. I decided to bring my entire family to Portugal because my sister Sasha, before she passed, she was in Portugal and she really wanted the family to go. And so I took it upon myself to be like, I'm gonna make this happen because if I don't do it, none of y'all are gonna do it, right? We're just like the most disruptive, unorganized family. Everyone's just thinking about what they got to do. And so I've been trying to get my family to get together to take this trip. I can't even tell you how much BS I had to go through to get my family to agree to a free trip to Portugal. Okay. I was like, oh, we should go to this trip. And they were like, oh, but we have gardening to do. It's a free trip to Portugal. Ah, yeah, but the girls got horse camp. Fuck those horses. Fuck those horses. Fuck that camp. You're coming to Portugal. So, in order to pay for it, I took a 20-day cruise from Southampton, England to Reykjavik, Iceland. I have been to both places, but some of the places in between I have not been. Tomorrow we're going to Bruges, and then we're going to the Netherlands to Amsterdam, and then let's see where else we're going to be going. We're going to be going to Bruges, Belgium. Amsterdam, Netherlands. And then we have a day at sea. And I have two shows on that day. The next day, we're going to Bergen, Norway. Then after that, we're going to Geiranger, Geiranger, Norway. Again, not working that day. But then we go to Ålesund, Norway. I don't know where that is. Then we have another sea day, just hanging out at sea. Then we get to Akuri, Iceland. And then the next day after that is Isfjordur, Iceland, and then Reykjavik, Iceland, to which we have an overnight, which I can spend the whole day in Reykjavik, which I was so excited about. I might even rent a car, who knows? Check out some black sanded beach. Go to my favorite grocery store that's just got a weird pig, bonus pig. I can't wait. I can't wait to send my friend Kat a picture of bonus pig because she's gonna understand that was from our trip in September of 2019. We went to Iceland together and looked at Bonus Pig, or was it 2016? I don't remember. We went at oh, it might have been 2015. Anyways, we went to Iceland together. So that's why I'm doing this trip, and I had promised myself I wasn't gonna take any more. I promised myself, I said, Jenny, no more cruises. You are not a cruise ship comic. You are a good comic. Not so mean. Cruise ship comics are very good comics. I've lightened my pretentiousness having done these. Although I will say today, the Tom was like, "Oh, you're so young for being a cruise ship comic," which is an odd thing to say. And then another time I did a cruise like last year, and the other comic, there were three of us. The other comic took me aside and said, "You are too young to be doing this. Get off the ship and don't do these." And you know what I did? I panicked. I had fear and I panicked and I thought, I'm never gonna have money again. I should get on a boat. And that has been the story of the last few years of my career is I panic. I'm never gonna work again. What are my options? I'll go on a boat because I don't trust in myself, in my talent, that I can do it. And I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. I mean, I did get dropped during the pandemic by everyone. I used to be with Gersh and I got dropped by Gersh, and that was devastating. I have not had an agent since. That's just like life and it sucks. to be with like one of the biggest comedy agencies and then to be dropped and like nobody looks at you. And is that me putting a spell into the world? Is that me saying that and then it coming true? Being like nobody wants me, right? This will go to like a core thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the coreness of Jenny. So is me saying the reality of like it feels like, which is important. Feeling, it's a feeling. It's not could not be logical, could be reality, could not be. It's a feeling. It feels like nobody wants me. Okay? And then I don't have any representation. So is it that I don't have any representation because nobody wants me, or have I told the universe nobody wants me, so the universe says no representation for you? I don't know. This is the hard thing. This is the hard shit that you gotta figure out when you're on the road. Um, so yeah, so I feel like the last few years have felt very heavy. Obviously, death does that to you. Grief does that to where I just have so much self-doubt as to who I am and what I can do. And it used to feel much better and it doesn't anymore. And so, granted, look, I mean, I got a great cabin. Look at this. Look at this. I got a little porthole. I got a hole for my port right there. That's nice. Um, but do I feel like I really wish I was performing at the Cellar right now? Like I really wish that I was on the road and selling out to like 300 seat theaters. Yeah, that's really what I want. This is a 300 seat theater. I guess it's that whole thing of like you got to be really specific about what you want. You got to be like really you really got to be specific about it because you'll get what you want. And I've always been good at like manifesting and getting what I want. Like I remember when I wanted to buy a house in the desert for an Airbnb. I made it happen in 2 months. In 2 months, I found a house, bought it, and made an Airbnb. And that was also like the worst thing I've ever done. It like completely kicked me off my path because I was scared. Because again, I was scared that I'm not going to have money, that I'm not going to be safe or taken care of. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. But here we are. We're grateful for the work, gratitude for the work, gratitude for the audiences, gratitude for the stuff. And the thing is that it's just really made me realize that I'm not writing enough. I really need to get back into writing. What if I wrote every single day an hour? And I want to write clean. I want to write clean now. I don't want to write just dirty dating stuff. I want to write fun, clean stuff that's silly, and I want to be silly again. So that's what we're working on right now. We're working on being a little bit silly. But I'm gone for a month and a half. Not longer. I'm gone for 2 months because I'll be back in August for a little bit, and then I head back on two more boats. So funny. I told my friend Hillary, I was like, don't ever let me get on a boat again. When I say don't let me on a boat, you got to stop me. And she goes, Jenny, that's what I tried to do. That's what I tried to do. When you said you were going on a boat, I said, but you're going to be gone a while. And then you said, oh, but the money will be good and I'll get to travel and things will be okay. Okay, Jenny, what are you doing? Mm, I did have a really nice time though. I've had a great little road trip this time. So I went to London and I performed at Top Secret. Ugh, what a club. So fun, so good, so life-changing to like go and just eat up the applause breaks and just sip and sip and sip on people's laughter and love for your jokes. It felt so good to be performing there. And then Victoria Jackson showed up, which if I don't know if you remember her, she was on SNL in the 80s and 90s, and she was so funny. And this is like the perspective thing. Like I think she's terminal cancer. I think she's gonna die. And it's so sad, and it's like, oh, it's like you're gonna die and you go and do stand up. Like you go and do stand up and you don't do well. so terrible. I'm so awful. This is karma. This is bad. This is not a good thing. But it wasn't a good set. What can I look? We all have bad sets. We all have bad sets. Maybe she just was having a bad set because she's dying. I'm a bad person. Oh my God, Jenny, stop. Stop. Be a good person. Monster. So it was good to see her. And then I saw my friend Alex Camp, and he was so funny. And I got to see him perform at Backyard Comedy Club. And I just love being in London. Like, it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like refreshed. It's always where I've loved to be. And, I love Europe and I love public transportation and I love just the attitude here and like not worrying about the US, not worrying about my I know it's happening, but you're like far enough away where you can for like a single moment in time just like not be taken in by the fucking horror nightmare that is the United States right now. That is babies being ripped from their families. That is healthcare being stripped from women, you know, minorities and LGBTQ being kicked out of their jobs because some white dude thinks he deserves it more because he's white. It's just disgusting. It's just like really, we've fallen so far. So far. But this is what happens when you are raised in a country on stupid. They're dumb. And maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I mean, we all can agree that like ripping a baby from a mother is like a bad thing. When did we lose that through line, you know? When did that plot get lost? That it's wrong to rip a baby from its mother's arms. I don't know. That due process was wrong. When did that become like I don't know, faux pas or whatever. Anyways, so it's nice to just be away from it. Although I have been glued to my phone because of Iran. Oh my God. I am stupid. Iran, okay? I know how to pronounce it. And, the war that we just got ourselves into. And then you gotta like be funny? Ugh. Ugh. I feel so weird to like try to be funny when all this bad stuff's happening. I'm working on my hour. I think I'm happy with it. I think I like where it's going. There are some jokes I wish I could fix, but it's like I have the outline of it, right? And the actual jokes, I'll work on them, but the outline's done of kind of what it is, and I'm excited about that. And um, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. We're gonna record it in the fall, and either it's getting sold or I'm gonna self-fund it and ask my beautiful fans like you to donate some money. And I'll give you a present. I'll send you a postcard. How nice. So, I'm trying to think. I think this time, this is the good thing about a cruise, okay? If you are dedicated to the work and you have good work ethic, which I'm trying. I got a thing on my phone that blocks social media apps in the evening and during the workday so that I can't use them. So this is what we're gonna do. We have two scripts we're working on. We have a script about the desert and we have a script about wombs, and we're going to work on them and we're going to get them done. And by the end of this cruise, I will have a fully new feature script to sell. The writing is going to work. The writing is happening. We're making good progress. We're making good TV. We're making great things. And I'm gonna, work out every day and, get my body to be strong because I've not been working out and I love to work out. I've worked out almost every day since I was a teenager. Like I love it. It's been grilled into me. So I took a break. I also just didn't want to pay for a gym membership, but I got a gym here. So 20 days of that. And then I'm just really gonna work and like try to write clean stuff. And I gotta stop. Like I can feel it in my heart when I sit down to write. There's something that just goes, there's no point. There's no point in you doing this. It's gonna fail. You suck. Nobody wants to be with you on a career level and on a personal level. Oh, here's that core wound we're going to talk about that I'm talking about. I've for my entire life have had this core wound that like I need to be picked. I need to be picked. And so I go into relationships with men where I'm not getting picked. Duh. but I hope that I can change them so that they will pick me, so that they'll see like, oh wow, we should pick her. She's the girl to pick. And I mean, that's a reason to just know that you're never going to get chosen. And then I went to a job where the whole point is like you have to get picked. You have to get chosen by the industry, by fans, by the social media, by the world that you deserve stage time and money. I've just picked another thing where I have to get picked. And that's stupid. Why do I do that? Why? So I'm really gotta like remember where this stuff comes from, right? Like where my desire and love for the job, where it comes from. That's why I got into this. Yes, we're taking a break. We promised ourselves after this year no more, no matter what, because we're going to have faith in ourselves that we can do the work, that we can have the life we want, which includes movies, television, and theaters, and that we're good enough. And that when we do write, it is funny. We can write clean. We can write good stuff. We can write important things and jokes that are meaningful and fun and silly. And we can do all that because we're an artist. And we will find the partner that's meant for us, and we will have the baby, and we will have the family that we want. If it's with someone, awesome. If not, whatever, we will have it. We get what we want. Did I want my sister to die? No, I didn't want that. But do I want to live the life that she couldn't? No, I also don't want that. I feel the pressure all the time of like having a dead sibling and how I now have like to fill these shoes of things she was supposed to do, like have a baby. I mean, I wanted to, I just thought I had more time. And I really wanted us to raise our kids together. That was like a dream, like we were gonna raise our daughters or our sons together. But I guess that just is not gonna happen. That's a weird thing to end on. Anyways, so you know what? We'll do another road thing later, but the show tonight was good. People liked it. We did have some people walk out. I was a little too dirty. I'm a dirty comic. What can I do? And yeah, and we're gonna write. We're making a new 15 minutes from this trip because we got to, because we need more material. All right. Oh, also too, I did do a video on my social where I talk about being on a GLP-1. That's all we're gonna talk about. I don't want to talk about it more than like I have to. I do feel the obligation to my fans to be open and honest about this stuff since I have platformed myself as a plus size and body positive entertainer and a safe space for people with larger bodies. And I talk about it a little bit. So go to that, give that a little listen, if you want, and if not, then don't. I don't care. But y'all are great. Mwah. Okay, bye.